We get always excited when we finally read Parashat Eikev. The first Pesukim are filled with blessings, all type of blessings. And it's exciting because we all want that. We all want HaKadosh Baruch Hu's protection. We all want to feel close to Him. But it seems that it all lays in that one word. A word that is the title of the parasha, Eikev. Eikev. It seems that that is the key. If we understand the Eikev, then all those blessings are unlocked. Then it's all possible. So what is Eikev? Well, Rashi asks that question. And Rashi says simply, V'haya Eikev tishme'un, elu hamitzvot she'adam dash ba'akevav. The secret is when the person is making sure to keep the mitzvot that are those that we step on with our Eikev. Eikev means the heel. Those mitzvot that are the silly ones, the ones that don't seem to matter so much. She says, well, these are the secrets to unlock all this tremendous amount of berachot following up. Famous Rashi, but today, with Hashem's help, I would like to go even a little bit deeper than that. Because it seems that it's a deja vu. We have the word Eikev, not only in this week's parasha, but all the way back to Parashat Vayera. That's right. When HaKadosh Baruch Hu decided to choose in Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and in us today, the Pasuk says that the reason that He did so is Eikev asher shama Avraham bekoli, vayishmor mishmarti mitzvotai, chukotai, vetorotai. And we have that word again there. Surprisingly, no one really notices that the word is there, but when we pay attention, we realize that it's jumping up to our face. So once again, it seems that the Eikev was the reason that we are who we are today, that we are Am HaNivchar, the chosen nation. So, before I go further, I want to pay attention to one detail, because when we think about those two parashiot, Parashat Vayera and Parashat Eikev, and we pay attention to that word that is showing up in both scenarios, it's very important to realize what happens next. So if we understand the mitzvot, called the Eikev mitzvot, then all the berachot are coming into reality. But what is the first beracha that the Torah is promising us? What is the starting point for all those blessings? Well, let's read further. Ushmartem va'asitem otam, v'shamar Hashem Elohecha lecha. And the next pasuk says, va'ahevecha, uverachecha, v'hirbecha, uverach peri vitnecha. Va'ahevecha. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will love you. Again, this is something we don't pay attention to. So we want the berachot, we want the protection, we want all that, the whole package. But there is one very important detail. The Torah talks about God loving us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu will love you. If you understand the Eikev concept, then Hashem will show love to you. This is amazing. And guess what? That same beracha also appears with Avraham Avinu. He was the one who understood the Eikev secret. And what happened? Well, the Navi clearly says, Zera Avraham Ohavi. We are the descendant of Avraham. Who is Avraham Ohavi? The one that I love. Look at that. Kadosh Baruch Hu is showing us in this week's parasha the fact that He is loving us, just like Avraham Avinu, that He loved him and chose in him and his children, etc. So there is definitely something much more than just the berachot. And it's all because of the Eikev. Interestingly, last week's parasha, we had the mitzvah, Ve'ahavta et Hashem Elohecha. Everybody knows that. We have to love Hashem. This week's parasha, the Torah says, well, Hashem is going to love you. This is something incredible, and we should take some time to reflect on that concept of love before the berachot. So why? Why is love a consequence of the mitzvot called Eikev mitzvot? And I think that, again, the answer is in that Rashi. With your permission, I want to go deeper. Rashi says, the Eikev mitzvot are those that we step on, the silly ones. And let's talk about these mitzvot. because we have a bunch of them. It's all the mitzvot that are filled with halachic technicalities, where at some point, when we know that information, we ask a question, really? That far? Think about a sukkah, the dimensions of the sukkah, the defanot, and the sechach, and the space inside, and the location, and all that. Or you can think about the shiurim of the matzah, how much matzah you have to eat on Pesach, the kazetot, in how long, and when. Or we can think about the time to pray, the time to say the Shema. There is a time frame, and Sof Zeman Kriyat Shema will be at 9:29. Okay, so what happens if I said it at 9:30? And these are the mitzvot where sometimes we feel, come on, this is a little silly. This is just a detail. This is not important. At the end of the day, Kadosh Baruch Hu wants me to pray to Him. He wants me to read the Shema. He wants me to eat the matzah, so I'll do it. And does He care? Do you really think that God cares about these tiny, tiny details? This is a question that we always have in so many mitzvot, especially when we go deeper into the halachot and the technicalities of these mitzvot. And the answer to this big question for all those mitzvot is as follows. You're right. Hashem doesn't care. He doesn't care. But He cares that we care. He cares that I pay attention. He cares that for me it's important enough that I'm going to make sure to do it the best possible way. Because when I love HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when I understand ve'ahavta et Hashem Elohecha, you know what? And every single detail matters. Everything that I will do, the way I will do it, the timing, the ambience, it will all be very meticulous. Why? Not because I care about the details, because I care about the person. I care about the impact. I care about the fact that I am doing something for you, and look how much I invested myself in it. Look how much attention, how much effort, how much money do I invest into that. That's the whole difference. And He wants to see that. God doesn't care, but He cares that I care. And this is the secret of Eikev. In Eikev, the Torah says those mitzvot, those tiny mitzvot, just like Avraham Avinu was so careful and meticulous, he understood the Eikev concept. And you know what? He showed that He loved me. And you know what? I love Him too. This is why va'ahevecha. If you pay attention, if you show that you really care about Torah and mitzvot, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will love you back. Because love has a boomerang effect. You love Him, you show that you love Him, automatically you create that connection, you create a possibility for Him to love you back and show you a tremendous amount of berachot that follow. And I'll finish with this. Pay attention to that pattern that is again repeated both in the Parashat Eikev and in Parashat Vayera with Avraham Avinu. It starts with V'haya Eikev Tishme'un, right? And then the Pasuk says, Eikev, and then Tishme'un. What is Tishme'un? Tishme'un means listen. It's not just about doing my job. It's about listen. What exactly does Hashem want? Pay attention to what He said, how He said it, the tone, all that. And then Ushmartem. Ushmartem means that you keep it. You care about it. It's just like a diamond, something that is precious, that you really want to watch and protect. Va'asitem otam. It's not just about going straight to the asiyat mitzvot, to the accomplishment of the mitzvot. But first, listen well. Show that you really, really want to do it the right way. And then you do the mitzvah. Same thing happened with Avraham Avinu. Eikev asher shama Avraham bekoli. Again, these are the same words. Kadosh Baruch Hu says, God, Avraham Avinu listened. He made sure that he could pay attention to exactly what I asked. And then what? Vayishmor mishmarti. And he also kept it safe. He made sure that it was something that was precious, that he showed how much he cared. And then, mitzvotai, chokotai, v'toratai, he accomplished the mitzvah that followed. That is the secret of the Eikev. And that is how, Be'ezrat Hashem, we should show our love to Borei Olam, show that we care. He will love us back and bless us with infinite berachot. Amen. Shabbat shalom u'mvorach.